Yuan Bingyan can come out in ancient costume? Aren't you afraid of acting as a father and daughter when cooperating with a male god who is 18 years older? Yuan Bingyan, happy from Liuli to Qingchen. Yuan Bingyan is a new generation of high-profile actresses. She stood out from Liuli, and then starred in costume drama Zhu King Heo, Falling Flowers and Flowing Water, and See You Again, making her face more familiar to the audience. Yuan Bingyan's looks are really suitable for costume dramas. Bright eyes and white teeth, like flowers and brocades, make people feel happy when they see her. However, Yuan Bingyan's acting skills have always been relatively narrow, almost all of which are based on ancient costumes, which makes her worry that the outside world will think her acting skills are too simple. However, Yuan Bingyan's next drama is still a costume drama, and the co-actor is Zhang Hanlian. This large-scale costume drama is called King Chenya Kinghun, and it is currently in preparation, and the starring role has been confirmed. Yuan Bingyan and Zhang Hanlian will be 18 years apart in this drama, and their CP has attracted many people's attention. Wallace Chung is a veteran actor with a higher reputation. He was once one of the 4 beauties in the world. However, as he got older, he began to be complained about, especially for continuing to act in costume dramas, which made many people think he was too old. Due to restrictions, the audience will feel tired when acting in costume for a long time. Yuan Bingyan has been developing in the field of ancient costumes and has achieved certain results. Naturally, she will choose to work harder and make this field better. However, as time goes by, all actresses who develop into costume dramas will face the problem of transformation. Yuan Bingyan, Zhu Jinggai, Li Yidong, Nezha, Zhao Lucy, Diliba, Beilu and other actors have been developing in the comfort zone and must face the problem of how to overcome this limitation. This is also reminiscent of Don't Think Too Much If You Love Me starring Chen Jianbin and Li Yidong. The gap between the two has reached 20 years, but there is no sense of CP between them, but it makes the audience feel like a father and daughter. Therefore, if 2 actors with a large age difference want to cooperate without pressure, cross-border is also an important factor. Of course, the acting skills of the 2 leading actors are very important. At present, the cast of Qing Cheng Yu Qing Huan is still in a state of confidentiality, so there may be some changes in the follow-up, but what is certain now is that the leading actors are Yuan Bingyan and Zhang Hanlian. They need to hide the age gap through superb acting skills. If they can do this, then this drama will definitely become the most anticipated work for fans of costume dramas. In any case, Yuan Bingyan should try other types of works, and can't always indulge in the field of ancient costumes. Sooner or later, she needs to relax her acting style and live a little easier in the future, so that she can survive in the entertainment industry for a long time. 02. Yuan Bingyan bumped into Zhao Liying, wearing a knitted sweater and jeans to take pictures, and the atmosphere was full under the backlight. The items that can really occupy the fashion circle for a long time must be basic items. Most of these items have some common characteristics, that is, the basic style is simple, and the color is pure and low-key. Most people sneer at this kind of basic clothing, but they don't know that the real fashionistas have basic clothing in their wardrobes. The post-90s Xiaohu Yuan Bingyan's dressing style is really worth learning from the girls of the same age. Her private clothes rarely follow the current fashion trend, but are simple and casual, very basic sweaters and jeans. A regular single product paired with a sweet smile, accidentally bumped into Zhao Liying's face. Isn't this simple and natural outfit more beautiful than those weird outfits? The knitted sweater and jeans worn by Yuan Bingyan are very typical basic items. Although the basics are simple, the effect of wearing them is very attractive. Today, let's talk about how to fully integrate the basic items in your wardrobe. Take advantage of it. When it comes to the shortcomings of basic items, I think there is only one, that is, the lack of return rate. Basic items are very conventional in terms of color design and style tailoring. Therefore, those who want to rely solely on clothes, it is difficult to achieve enough eye-catching effect by itself. Therefore, when wearing basic items, one's dressing skills are even more tested. If you insist on talking about shortcomings, this is the only one. Compared with the few shortcomings, the advantages of basic items are too numerous to enumerate. First of all, the more basic and simple clothing, the lower the requirements for the wearer. It's manageable. In addition, the basic items are more versatile. If you take out 2 pieces together and put them together, you will basically not wear 2 unsatisfactorily, a big problem. When we wear basic clothing, the only thing we are most worried about is how to make this basic item get rid of the wearing effect of passers-by. I recommend that you start from 2 places. The first point is that you can choose when choosing a style, pay attention to the design details of the clothes, and start with the design details of the clothes to show the fit with your own style. For example, the knitted sweater worn by Yuan Bingyan is decorated with some white three-dimensional fur balls in the details. At the same time, the neckline is a doll collar. Whether it is a three-dimensional decoration or a doll collar, it is a representative element of girlishness. Yuan Bingyan's looks fit together, and her style completely matched. The second point, we need to pay attention to one point, that is, when choosing clothing, the more basic clothing with a high upper body rate, the higher the requirements for texture. It will affect the wearing experience. On the other hand, the color and style of the basic items themselves are not interesting, but if the texture is particularly good, the overall line cutting is relatively smooth, which makes people feel this at first glance. A dress is not cheap. It can also show your life taste in disguise. As for the dry goods of basic clothing, the above introduction is here. Next, let's analyze Yuan Bingyan's style in detail. She is wearing a white knitted sweater with hollow elements. At first glance, we only look at it as a white knitted sweater, but if you look closely, you will find many exquisite elements, such as white fur balls, hollows, doll collars, etc. The design of various details adds luster to the simple white knitted sweater. Yuan Bingyan matched a large blue plaid scarf on her neck. The cashmere scarf is paired with a simple white sweater, which makes people think of a heroine in Korean dramas for a second. Partial cool-toned accessories set the tone for the overall look, making her look a bit more sad and broken. Yuan Bingyan wears very simple and basic jeans on the lower body. The design of the jeans is nothing special. Basically, everyone wears them when they go out every day. The jeans are very versatile and can be combined with almost any style of tops. The sense of disobedience, this is the charm of basic clothing. 03. The King of the Sky was named and praised by CCTV, and Wang Yibo's acting skills were questioned. Is this true? Air Force-themed movies are relatively rare in China, and there are even fewer movies that can be shot with real fighter jets. The fighters used in this movie are all the most advanced J-20 series fighters in China so far. The film says it focuses on the profession of test pilot, which is rarely mentioned in the Air Force field. The film was reported by China's Central Television and was named and praised. It shows the development process of the Chinese Air Force and the spirit of the Chinese People's Liberation Army. If military technology wants to develop, it must be able to fly advanced fighter jets. No matter how advanced your technology is, it still needs someone to use it, and thus the profession of test pilot was born. Aircraft is a very complex high-tech product. Especially for fighter jets, he needs to reach a limit speed, and all kinds of component technologies are in a process of exploration. So this is a very unstable machine, and the test pilot is to adjust the various data to the best in order to bring out the maximum effect of the machine. As Hu Jun said in the movie, the biggest secret of China's atomic bomb is that it can be built. And the biggest secret that a fighter jet can be built is that there are test pilots to test its limits. Huge uncertainties and risks are bound to be encountered in the process of manufacturing aircraft and debugging. In the film, Wang Yibo, as an ace pilot Lei Yu, is invited by Hu Jun's Zhang Ting to join the profession of Chinese test pilot. In fact, the risks of this profession can be seen at a glance from his mother's views on this profession. When his mother learned that Lei Yu was going to be a test pilot, she tried every means to stop his son from going. It can be seen that the risk of this profession is very high. Many people are very skeptical about Wang Yibo's role as China's ace pilot. Because Wang Yibo is a traffic star, top-notch in China. Naturally, most of his fame has traffic components, and his acting skills will naturally be criticized by many people. With his handsome face and slender figure, it is difficult for people to associate him with the image of a burly and indomitable soldier. Is this really the case? If everyone only looks at the results, the film has achieved more than 700 million at the box office. In terms of social influence, it was named and praised by CCTV. Judging from these results, this movie is considered relatively successful. But in fact, Wang Yibo, as a top player in China, still made his own breakthrough for this movie. Others said that the scene where colleagues fight in the bathroom, after Hu Jun's guidance, he performed a more bloody side of Chinese soldiers. After that, the scene of him flying a fighter jet into the blue sky was even more shocking. Although there are many deficiencies in acting, he is also working hard. It is also very meaningful to let the audience know about the little-known glorious profession of test pilot through this movie. Do you think Wang Yibo's performance in this movie is excellent?